Hello guys, it's OP Rob here. And guys, I'm still feeling, the excitement from chapter, 863. I mean, we got to finally see, Jinbei basically pledging, his allegiance to the Straw Hats. And, we also got to see some of the, we got to see, Katakuri's Devil Fruit ability. And also we did get to see Big Mom's power fail against Jinbei, due to the lack of fear that he has of her, or his lack of fear of death, whichever one it is. I'm not too sure, which one it is, because Jinbei isn't, is it because, Jinbei isn't scared of Big Mom, or is it because Jinbei isn't scared to die? And, I actually believe that it's both, but I'm leaning towards the side of, him not actually being scared to die. The reason why I'm saying this is because, Jinbei in previous chapters, he gave us signs, that death wasn't something that he was scared of. By that I mean, that in the panel where he's talking to, one of his Fishman subordinates, Jinbei states that he's willing to die for Straw Hat Luffy if the time comes. And folks, that very statement that Jinbei made, for me, he demonstrated that that very statement that Jinbei made, he ended up demonstrating what he meant by if the time comes to die for Straw Hat Luffy, he would. He demonstrated that in chapter 863, right in front of Big Mom and right in front of Luffy also. But he did this when he willingly, gave his life up just so he could join Luffy's crew. And I think that's what Jinbei was trying to foreshadow in the beginning when he was talking to his subordinate, when he said that he's willing to die for Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think for me, I'm saying that Jinbei basically or probably already planned to do this very thing that he did in 863, when he knew that Big Mom was going to try and take his life, and he knew that she wouldn't be able to take it. But he had already planned that he would die for Luffy, and I think that's what he was trying to say. And also showing that in the back of his mind, Jinbei already, he didn't fear death. And to be honest, it makes sense because, Jinbei, of course Jinbei is not going to fear any death. I mean, Jinbei was allied with, the Whitebeard pirates, and all allies of Whitebeard pirates aren't cowards. I mean, if you remember, the allies of Whitebeard pirates were all, his grand fleet, they were all ready, to die for him, or defend Whitebeard, and that's the same way, Jinbei, he still has that discipline in him, to want to do the same thing for Luffy, because of his belief that Luffy will be, the future Pirate King. I mean, for me, Jinbei, has definitely been one of my favorite characters, for a long time, ever since I realized that, Jinbei is very strategic. He's very strategic, and I keep mentioning that I believe that is what he will bring to the Straw Hats. He's more like a tactician, who can set up different solutions or tactics in combat or war, and I believe that this would greatly benefit the Straw Hats, and I actually believe that he will bring out the best in all of the Straw Hats, and as the Straw Hats, they definitely need a good blend of goofy and serious characters, in their crew. In addition, what I also find very interesting was the fact that Jinbei picked the right, precise, moment to distract everybody. In that moment when he, told Big Mom that he's ready to leave, he picked the right moment to distract everyone, because everyone basically took their attention from the Mavakarama photo, after Katakuri had actually brought their attention to it. and even Katakuri, of course, was now focused on Big Mom and Jinbei, and and in doing that creating that distraction, that gave Brooke, the opportunity to then break, the photo unnoticed, which again shows Jinbei's sharpness and strategic thinking. It was the perfect decoy. In fact, it's very possible that this was always Jinbei's actual plan. And that he was actually going to try and fit his own plan into Capone's plan. So I believe that Jinbei had his own agenda, as well as knowing of Capone's plan. He had already figured out that he's gonna have to, somehow put in his own plan in there, so that everything could be done. He could show Luffy that he wants to join his crew, and he could also give Big Mom the opportunity to do whatever she wants to do to him, and then it'll fail, and then there you go, and also since he always planned to leave Big Mom's crew by doing it in front of everyone, knowing that she couldn't take any of his life, was an absolute masterclass from Jinbei. But ultimately, it shows that the Straw Hats will get some stronger characters joining their crew, for like Jinbei. Even Carrot and Pedro could potentially be the next members also. Who knows? Pedro also may actually get back some of the life that Big Mom took away from him at the end of the arc. I think that would be very good. I think if Pedro gets that life back, I can definitely see him joining the Straw Hats. They're definitely going to fight together, because assuming that he's still alive, but I definitely feel like he will be alive at the end of the arc, because it did seem like he was going to die. But I feel like the life force stuff came because Pedro, because maybe Pedro was probably going to get his life back, and maybe to get your life back from Big Mom, you have to maybe the Mother Caramel photo might be the way that people can get the life back. Who knows? But I feel like you can definitely get your soul, the years that you've lost from here back, and I feel like Pedro will get his, and because I feel like they're gonna fight together. So it seems like a lot of people are going to join together, so they're either going to be allies or they're going to join. But I can see Pedro and Carrot definitely, and obviously you know that Jinbei is basically now joined the Straw Hats, but I feel like Luffy is going to officially ask him, again at the end of this arc to officially join, just to make things, do things properly. But yeah, so that's my theory for today. It's been a while. I haven't been, I've been very busy with, work and stuff, but it is what it is, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, subscribe, like, thumbs up, dislike if you want, but share some ideas and let's go. It's Rob, baby. What up?